Hey guys, sorry for not uploading a bit. Had a lot of projects underway and things been a bit chaotic, but I do have something for you today. This little brick furnace, kiln, forge, whatever you want to call it, that I've strapped together. I had an earlier version made out of entirely mud that was like half the size of this, and took me like a full 2 days to make. But the mud around here, in my area and at my house is not very good. The soil is mostly just like alluvium based, so it's kind of just dust, so it doesn't hold together amazingly well. But I managed to get 3 firings in and it took no damage. But I decided to demolish it the other day, and I've built this better version out of bricks. Coming closer, it's been used twice now. The first time I was testing out heating some rocks, so that it didn't really work because the furnace was half built. In there's some ash from when I've used it recently. I've been trying to fire some pottery I've made, but it just is not working no matter how I do it. I think it might be because of just the clay itself. Got some this piece of ceramic I've been using to cover it up. And in here I've got just a barbecue plate I've taken out, so I can put things on there, food like damper or like a clay baked fish or pottery or metal, whatever you want to put in there. And I'm not actually sure how hot it gets in here at times. Most of the time I've been firing this thing up with a mate, just kind of to experiment with it and see what it's capable of. But I haven't had a whole lot of success, but maybe I think that might just be me, or maybe my methods. Or maybe the clay I'm using is just absolute crap. I'm pretty sure it's not air dry, but the way it dries is a bit weird. And usually once it gets past about 100 degrees, the bits start to go off and fall off everywhere from the clay. I've also got this thing here, which was meant to be a hut, but I'm probably going to demolish it since I have recently procured a large amount of free bricks, which is what I built this from, which I'll probably end up demolishing and building a sort of primitive technology style hut from, with some salvage wood and bark shingles for the roof, made from some old bits of plywood. But I've mostly just been feeding this with little bits of like wood and scraps that I've found around the garden. A fair bit of it's from a bottle brush branch that has been dead and dried out. Fell off a tree we have a while ago, and we've been using that to fuel it. But basically I've just used mud to seal up some gaps and stuff, but as it dries, it's not drying super well, obviously. But I might just get it wet and go back and reapply it at some point. I might actually end up building it a bit taller and maybe just kind of coming into a sort of bottle shape up there. That might help, I think, with keeping heat in there a bit better. And there's this big pit just full of some empty bricks and things. I dug the pit one day because I felt like it and filled up this bathtub with dirt. And from then I decided to mix mud in there, and that's what I used for both the original mud furnace and to seal up the gaps on this. Although a lot of the gaps are starting to kind of open up now, so it's not going too well. But so far I've found it's quite effective at doing its job, and just about anyone can make this. Free bricks aren't overly hard to find. They don't even have to be free if you're willing to pay for them. You can also just make it out of straight mud for $0 like I did. Just keep in mind that you will need a brick or stone or some sort of thing there for a lintel for the firebox. And it helps to dig down a sort of pit ever so slightly in there, just to help with like drafts and things. But anyway, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll be back with an upload within the next month or so. I don't know, I'll see how I do. Alright, see you everyone.